Coming up in about 10 minutes will be our second of 3 games of the day in the CWPA Women's Division I tournament hosted by Bucknell University. Game 2 would feature number 7 University of Michigan and the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers. First ever meeting between the two programs since this is the Mount's first season. Michigan 10-4 on the season, 1-0 in the CWPA. This is the Mount's first CWPA game of the season, currently 0-7. Earlier today here at Kenny Auditorium, Michigan took on number 23 Bucknell and went wire to wire against the Bison in a 16-5 victory, in which there were quite a few scorers. Leading the way with 3 goals, Maddie O'Reilly, and with 2 apiece, Sammy Monroe, Aaron Neustrom, Libby Alsemgeist, Kata Atasi. Also a solo tally, Sophie Tavani, Elise Walker, Ella Abbott, Kathy Rogers, and Ann Rankin. There were 2 goalies splitting time. Sophie Jackson had allowed 3 goals in one half with 4 saves. Alex Brown took over in the second half, gave up 2 goals, made 4 saves. This is the Mount's first game since March 14th, in which it lost 2 games that day, 16-4 against Villanova and 18-8 against LaSalle at Villanova. Keep an eye out on goalkeeper Rebecca Williams for the Mount. She has recorded 10 or more saves in 6 of the Mount's first 7 games, with the high being 17. And in the 18-8 loss to LaSalle last weekend, Emily Van Kerkhoff scored or assisted on 7 of the 8 goals, drawing 4 exclusions and had 1 steal. Van Kerkhoff had been named the March 15th CWPA Division I Rookie of the Week. She had 6 goals last weekend, including 4 goals with 3 assists, 4 drawn exclusions, and a steal in an 18-8 loss to LaSalle. And this is the first of 2 games of the day for Mount St. Mary's. The Mount has a 6 p.m. EDT scheduled contest against host Bucknell, which will try to bounce back from that 16-5 loss and hope to have Coach John McBride on the sidelines, who was unable to be on the bench during the 16-5 loss to Michigan. So coming up, the CWPA network, in about less than 7 minutes, will be game 2 of 3 on this March 20th, first day of spring 2021. Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers and the number 7 University of Michigan Wolverines.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo. Do you want to improve your game? Everyone should have a Cap 7 ball to improve their ball handling skills. If you really want to improve your game, you've got to have a couple water polo balls in your house. Everywhere I go, I'm kicking around the ball, spinning it in my fingers, playing with it, kicking it. It's a lot of fun. Get one and take your ball handling skills to a new level.
Michigan Wolverines are the cream of the crop when it comes to CWPA Division I Women's Varsity, having a record of 37-2 under the direction of Dr. Marcello Leonardi and CWPA play, coming in with a 14-game conference winning streak. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mount St. Mary's 0-7, still looking for the program's first victory.
Yeah. Don't give it to me easy, I like a little challenge. When it feels better when you take a little damage. Slow, learning fast, earning stay, burning wheels, turning this on, going thing.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a CWPA Network remote broadcast of the CWPA Women's Division I Varsity Tournament hosted by Bucknell University in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Our free regular season remote broadcast is brought to you courtesy of Cap 7 International and the Collegiate Water Polo Association. Good afternoon, I'm Scott Samuel Weiss, calling the action from the CWPA office in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania. It's the first day of spring, Saturday, March 20th, 2021. Our next game up is game 2 of 3 of the day here in Division I play, which will feature in the dark caps the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers of Emmitsburg, Maryland, and in the white caps the number 7 ranked Michigan Wolverines of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Michigan has already played a game today, defeating Bucknell earlier here at Kennedy Natatorium by a score of 16-5. In that victory, Maddie O'Reilly led all Wolverines with 3 goals apiece. Kata Atasi, Libby Alsungis, Aaron Neustrom, and Semi Monroe had 2 apiece. Ann Rankin, Kathy Rogers, Ella Abbott, Elise Walker, Sophie Tavani had solo tallies. Sophie Jackson and Alex Brown split time between the cage. They had 4 saves apiece and only conceded 5 goals in 32 minutes. On the other side, we have Mount St. Mary's, first-year program in the Dark Caps, coached by Alyssa Diacono, also the head coach of the men's varsity team at the Mount. So far, the Mount said difficult time trying to put the ball into the net. 40 goals for, 127 against, so that's a little under 6 goals a game, allowing a little over 18. But there's a bright spot. There's Emily Van Kerkhove, the March 15th CWPA Division I Rookie of the Week last weekend. She had 6 goals, which also included 3 assists, 4 drawn exclusions, an assist, and 4 goals in an 18-8 loss to LaSalle. Dr. Marcelo Leonardi is the head coach of University of Michigan, assisted by Josh Halder. If Leonardi's not there, Halder will be the one taking the charge. The officials of this tournament are Val Vasiljakov and Igor Mernenko. The alternatives are Brandon Nicholson and Andre St. Omer Roy. There's the Mount with Alyssa Diacono. Rebecca Williams is number 1, grad student from Poway, California. In 7 games this season, she has made 10 or more saves 6 times. Now here comes Michigan. That's Josh Halder there, instead of Dr. Marcelo Leonardi. As we get ready for action, Michigan has won 14 straight CWPA Division I varsity games. This is the Mount's first ever conference game. We do not have any conference games in 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic abruptly ending the season. This is the Wolverines' second of 2 games today. First of 2 of the day for Mount St. Mary's. Most goals the Mount has scored this season, 8 on 2 occasions. On the CWPA scoreboard right now in women's action, number 19 Azusa Pacific has a 12-5 lead over number 22 Santa Clara. And in the process, Michigan wins the tip, going left to right and white. There's number 20, Maddie O'Reilly. According to our research, she is 4 goals away from 100 in her collegiate career. We'll see if she can reach the century mark in this game. Wolverines on the attack against Rebecca Williams. We'll have our first exclusion foul of the game. Michigan will be on the power play. Batted away. Goal throw for Williams. Also keep an eye out for number 6 in dark, Anna Ruiza Cata. She scored the first goal in program history in a 17-7 loss to St. Francis, Pennsylvania, back on March 6th at Villanova. Now the Mount on the attack. Michigan is 10-4 in the season, 1-0 in the CWPA. Mount 0-7. First conference game. Now the outlet. There's O'Reilly, Maddie O'Reilly, the senior from Villanova, Pennsylvania, not too far from Bridgeport, PA, CWPA headquarters. That gets over Williams and through. And Rankin, her first of the game. She had gotten on the board in the 16-5 win over Bucknell earlier. The Wolverines strike first in the first few minutes of this one. Michigan averaging a little over 10 goals a game, giving up 7.6. Michigan gets it. By the way, before this game, Michigan had faced a ranked opponent in 11 straight games. And Michigan still firing on all cylinders, and that's another one for Rankin. And Rankin has both scores right now. Make it 2-0 Wolverines over the Mountaineers. Mount St. Mary's men's basketball team saw its season come to an end a few days ago in the NCAA Men's Basketball Division I tournament in the state of Indiana, picked off by Emily Rittner, the reigning CWPA Division I Defensive Player of the Week. Inside, 3-0. And Rankin is on fire. That's free from number 5 in the first few minutes of this game. Rankin is in a groove. One thing about the Mount this season is it's had difficulty finding rhythm. You can see the ball was nearly picked off at the half-distance line by Aaron Neustrom. Mount heading right to left and dark. Picked off at around 6 meters. Looks like that might be Alex Brown in the cage. Thinking about it, fires off the post. Williams didn't see it. And that's easy pickings for number 13, Ava Morant, the junior from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Her first goal of the game. It's now 4-0, number 7 Wolverines. This is Diacono, head coach of the Mount, her first season at the helm, the program's first season. And over 150 goals during her time as a student at San Diego State. She was known for drawing exclusions. But Michigan has a very good penalty kill. Fires inside, and you can't stop that time Emily Rittner, the senior from Newport Beach, California. It's 5 for Michigan in white, 0 for the Mount in dark. Close to halfway through the first quarter. Mount St. Mary's has allowed 20 or more goals 3 times this season. That is something to keep an eye out on. Mount St. Mary's has lost by double figures in each of its 7 games this season. Mount St. Mary's will be on its first power play. Take a dry pass at the point. Now the corner, lost the handle. Even strength, less than 15 seconds, it gets past Brown. It's a goal for Ana Luisa Cotta, their first of the game. Mount draws within 4. Still a 4-goal lead here for the Wolverines. Michigan has won the CWPA Division I title 4 straight times. Last season, we couldn't have a championship due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Williams gets it. Possession. The Mount. So 3 goals so far for Ann Rankin, 1 for Emily Rittner. Again, Maddie O'Reilly believed to be within striking distance of 100 varsity goals for Michigan. Now the Mount getting teamed up by Kayla Barone. Alex Brown has it. Surprised we haven't seen Heidi Rittner, grad student number 1, who in 2019 had been first team all-conference. Has played a good bulk of minutes this season. And Michigan will keep piling up the goals. It's Libby Allison-Geese, a freshman out of Hamilton, New Zealand. Michigan already up 6-1. I believe in the 16-5 win earlier today against Bucknell, the Wolverines had 4 goals in the first quarter before piling on 7 in the second to take an 11-3 lead at the half. Right now the Mount's having trouble reading offensive possessions. Dribbling left to right, Michigan in white. Now we'll back up around the 5-meter mark. We'll fire it past Williams, and Michigan can't deny him. That's Sophie Tavani. She's got a few goals today. That's her first in this contest. And the number 7 Wolverines have 7 on Mount St. Mary's. There's about 2 to 3 minutes or so left in the opening period. Michigan is the highest ranked school in the NCAA, top 25, not in the state of California. Top 6, all California schools. Here's a nice breakaway opportunity. Allison Geese over Williams, and more trickery. Another goal for Allison Geese, her second. 8-1 now, Michigan. Michigan has scored double figures in 3 straight games. In fact, in terms of conference games, I believe Michigan has scored, has actually scored double figures in a round of games. It's hard to score double figures on Michigan. It's been a while since the Wolverines have been held to fewer than 10 goals in CWPA Division I play a couple of years ago. I'll just put it at that. Set up for the hole, 8 on the shot clock, and the Mount able to come up with a steal. Mount, to its credit, has the capability of confiscating from time to time in the 18-8 loss to LaSalle. or in one of its games on March 14th, either LaSalle or Villanova had 11 steals as a team. Shot clock under 10. Emily Byrne nearly got a pick there. Will have to try to lob. Brown able to stop. 8-1 Wolverines. Brown glances at the clock. Knows we have plenty of time. Time about to expire here. Here's Abbott, Ella Abbott. Set it to the point. Making a motion. Feed up to the hole. Offensive foul. Last chance. And that will do it for the first quarter of play here in Lewisburg. 3 goals for Rankin, 2 for Elsom Geist, Emily Rittner, Ava Morant, Sophie Tovani also have chipped in. And after 1 quarter of play, it's number 7 Michigan in white 8 and Mount St. Mary's in dark 1.
Hi, I'm Brad Schumacher, co-founder of Cap 7 International. Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world. It's used by the top athletes. When you have a Cap 7 ball in the pool, you can just feel the quality, you can feel the grip. It makes you just want to pick that ball up, squeeze it, and start faking like crazy. Cap 7, the best ball in the world.
Be sure to check out our new CWPA Remote Series, Professional Edition, on the CWPA YouTube channel. We have Olympian George Gross Jr. interviewing water polo alumni from a variety of schools and professions. We take a look at how water polo helped them in college and beyond. New episodes come out every Thursday, so be sure to like and subscribe. Michigan is in control in game number 2 of 3 on the day. Mount St. Mary's, just a goal by Ana Luisa Kata, and 5 different players believed to have found the back of the net for Michigan. Let's see if we can go get an update on the CWPA scoreboard for games from around the United States. Right now in women's action, Azusa Pacific has a 16-8 lead on Santa Clara late in the game. Number 5 UC Irvine and number 16 Long Beach State just began. Fresno State has a 4-1 lead over Concordia. Loyola Marymount a 1-0 lead on San Diego State. And this one just ended. Salem defeated Gannon in women's action 21-16. Clarify something they said toward the end of the first quarter. Entering this game, Michigan has deposited 10 or more goals in 10 straight conference games, trying to make it 11 in a row with 2 more goals here. Igor Murnenko has the rock in his hand, getting ready for the sprint. Mount St. Mary's in dark will be swimming right to left, Michigan left to right, and white. After this game, Michigan has 2 games tomorrow at St. Francis University in Loretto, Pennsylvania, against the Mount, and also against St. Francis. St. Francis will be the opponent Michigan will take earlier tomorrow. There's Maddie O'Reilly Back to Emily Rittner. As that blocked in the field. Still recovered by the Wolverines. Top for Sophie Punchroy. Punchroy will get it back. And a dry pass set inside. Offensive foul called on Michigan. Wolverines have won 4 straight CWPA Division I titles. I believe on April 25th, Michigan would host one-day CWPA Division I Championship Tournament in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Winner of that game would get an automatic spot to the Spring 2021 NCAA Tournament, which I believe will be in the Los Angeles area. Good setup for O'Reilly. Oh, what a finish there. What a finish for Aaron Neustrom. O'Reilly shared the wealth. It's Neustrom's first of the game. And now, number 7, Wolverines are up 9-1. And St. Mary's now at the ball. It's Madison Zizubluski. Now I believe that's Anna Luisa Cotto. Set up inside 6 meters. Now we ride right. Alex Brown will have a goal throw. And on the other end, Michigan's going to have a 6-on-5. Second power play. Now from the flat. Set it up top. O'Reilly! Oh, skips it wide left. Maddie O'Reilly wants to get on the board. So bad in this one. She had 3 goals in the 16-5 win over Bucknell earlier today. Speaking of Bucknell, the Bison are scheduled to take on Mount St. Mary's at around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time today. It's the first day of spring. We hope you are enjoying the spring so far. Hopefully the weather is to your liking. Here in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, we're indoors, but it's nice to be playing water polo. Shot clock under 10. O'Reilly comes up with it for Brown. Brown now at the outlet. Michigan not wasting any time. Looking for 15th straight conference win. Good feed. There's the finish. And for the 11th straight conference game, the Wolverines have double figures. Second goal of the game for number 13, Ava Morant. Morant will swim off and take a breather. Get a couple of players to come in. Really looks like Caleb Marone actually will be among those coming in for Michigan. Zizubluski. Guarded by Alison Geist. Last season when Michigan had the season come to an end due to the coronavirus pandemic, the Wolverines had been 11-8, did not get to play CWPA Division I conference games. Locked down by Brown. At that time, Mount St. Mary's announced Alyssa Diacono would be the head coach of the program for both men's and women's. Good feed and finds room on the left. Getting it done, Loyola Salua. Salua, a freshman out of Lafayette, California. Makes it now 11-1. And again, Wolverines come up with it. It's Kata Atasi. Got a couple of goals earlier today in the win over Bucknell. Michigan now on the attack. Barone, Atasi. Atasi, freshman out of Budapest, Hungary. Okay, will be 6 on 5. There's been a delay of game by Mount St. Mary's. Michigan in white in control with the ball. And take as much time as it wants off the clock. Atasi with the pass, she'll get it back. Up to the point, Barone back to Atasi. Fires off the hands of Rebecca Williams in the net. That's Sarua again. Lola Saluga. For the second time. Number 19 makes it 12-1 Wolverines. Those of you keeping track, last time Michigan had 20 goals in a non-exhibition game was back on April 6, 2019. It was in Boston, Massachusetts, a 21-2 victory over the Brown University Bears. Now inside 5 meters, or inside 6 meters that is, and it looks like there might have been an offsides for Mount St. Mary's. It's been a downfall for the Mount, not being able to stay on it. Interesting to see after this quarter comes to an end whether or not Michigan would keep Alex Brown in goal or put in Sophie Jackson or Heidi Rittner. Now taking it up top. Mount has been a bit hesitant taking shots in this one so far, and that's why there's another confiscation. Alison Geese. Swim off. Maybe Alison Geese, the freshman out of Hamilton, New Zealand. It's a long way to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Boy, folks down in Ann Arbor have to be pleased. Nope, did not cross the plane. Looked like Grace Harbaugh, number 22, might have had it, but Williams dodges a scare. Closing in. Final few moments of the first half. 1 in the first, 0 in the second for the Mount. 8 in the first, 4 in the second for Michigan. We're watching CWPA Division I Women's Varsity Water Polo action on CWPATV.com. Courtesy of Cap 7 and the CWPA. Offensive foul will give it back to the Mount. Back it up. Assistant coach Josh Howder pondering his decisions on the sidelines for Michigan. Atasi dribbling left to right now, inside 6 meters. New for this season is the implementation of the 6 meter line. Also, goalies can cross the half distance line and score. Off the fingertips in the net. Libby Alcemgeest has a trio in this one. That is believed to be at least her third. Number 10 in white. And this University of Michigan squad has potential to contend not only for the 5th straight CWPA Division I conference title, but also the NCAA crown. A couple times first round exits, one time in the last 7 years, 4th place finish at the NCAA tournament. Michigan can compete. 6 left on the clock. That will be out of play. Go through for Brown. Michigan, limited time left here in the first half. get a couple of players with multiple goals. It appears at least 4 Wolverines and at least 2. Manny O'Reilly, though, number 20 in white, believed to not have reached a scoreboard yet. Now the play, and that will do it for the first half. 16 minutes are in the books here in Lewisburg. No goals for the Mount in the second, but 5 in our second set of 8 minutes for Michigan. Michigan, after a 16-5 win over Bucknell earlier in the day, has 29 goals today and go into halftime comfortably in Lewisburg.
Hi, my name is Kelly Mann, and I played for Stanford and currently for the New York Athletic Club. Let's ramp up the degree of difficulty on our off-the-water shots by adding a defender. So let's talk about which of our 3 shots we would do based on where the defender is on your body. So if the defender's on your weak side, so for me I'm right-handed, that would be defender on my back but more on my left side, I would typically do the first shot we worked on, which is our basic underwater pickup, be able to maneuver the ball, and I typically would do a double leg kick away from the defender and then follow through on my shot. If the defender is on my opposite side, so I'm right-handed and they're on my strong side, so they're on the side with my arm, I wouldn't want to do that shot because they could get a hold of my elbow and hit it down and my shot would end up going up. So that's one of the ones I would probably do more of a tee shot or a quick screw shot. Really fast, stays in front of me, and the defender really can't mess with it too much. If they do try to, it would typically be called a penalty, so you'll get a shot out of it anyway. And the last one, if the defender is directly on your back, that might be an opportunity too for you to take advantage of that and almost stroke even more, maybe a little bit longer, because the referee, if the defender's directly on your back like a backpack, is bound to call some sort of kick out. So to make sure to let go of the ball for a second, take a couple more strokes. If they're still not calling anything, then get a quick shot off, whether it's a quick tee shot or just popping it up and pushing it off of the water. That's what I would do when a defender's directly on my back. Let's always remember, keep your hips up, elbows high, use that wrist, and get it off quick before your defender comes down on you.
Cap 7 is the premier water polo provider specializing in all your water polo needs. Visit cap7.com to get the gear you need to take your game to the next level. Cap 7 is a proud sponsor of the CWPA network. Looks like Alex Brown's day is done in the game, giving way to Sophie Jackson. Jackson played the first half in the 16-5 win over Bucknell a couple hours ago. Brown, good showing Alex Brown did in the first half of this game, only allowing the score to Anna Ruiz-Akata in the first quarter. And let's take a look at our top 25 right now. We have all of it. We have the top 6 are each from the state of California: USC, Stanford, UCLA, actually 5 of the 6. Arizona State, number 4. Michigan, number 7. Earlier I said in the day that Michigan is the highest ranked from outside California. I'm going to correct that. Arizona State's number 4. And Michigan actually defeated Arizona State back on February 26th in Tempe, Arizona, 12-10. But then 2 days later it lost to the Sun Devils, 7-4. Speaking of Arizona State, the 2020 Women's National Collegiate Club Championship was supposed to be at ASU. Fortunately, due to the coronavirus pandemic, couldn't hold it. Right now, we're only having varsity games. Michigan will win the sprint, going left to right to begin the third quarter. 13-1, number 7, Wolverines. They've been in motion at the point. I'll take another dry pass up top. Gets it past Williams. Look like a little doink. Nicely done for number 15, Elise Walker. Freshman out of Los Altos, California, getting in on the action. And the Wolverines lead it 14-1 over the Mount in the beginning stages of the third quarter. University of Michigan is scheduled to host the 2021 Women's CWPA Division I Championship Tournament. 4 games, since there are only 4 teams. We'll have basically semifinals involving Michigan, Mount St. Mary's, Bucknell, and St. Francis of Pennsylvania, since George Washington has elected not to participate this season. Winner of that tournament would likely an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament later this spring. George Washington electing not to play means the Colonials program is done for the women's circuit. GW announcing earlier this year that it will do away with women's varsity water polo. Becca Williams gets the loose change. We're 10 seconds off the shot clock. 8 in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in the third for Michigan, 1-0 and 0 for Mount St. Mary's. The Mount is 0-7, 0-0 in the conference. Michigan 10-4, 1-0 in the conference. Michigan does not lose often in the CWPA. Only 2 blemishes, I believe, dating back to 2015 in CWPA play. Possibly 37-2. Now the Wolverines back on the attack. Matassi. Riley on the right there. Off the post on the shot attempt by Ann Rankin. Williams 6 of 7 games with 10 or more saves, with her high being 17. She is the only non-freshman on the Mount roster. The other players on the Mount are freshmen. So, as the season progresses and the careers progress, you would likely see growth. It's only a matter of time. Sophie Jackson will have the outlet for UM. Wolverines set it ahead. O'Reilly still did not have scored in this one. Eddie O'Reilly, 2-time CWPA Division I Player of the Week this season so far. 7 on the shot clock. Set for the hole. And the stove is still hot. That's Maddie O'Reilly with her first of the game, possibly her 97th of her collegiate career, and it's now 15-1 Michigan. This Michigan squad can take care of business here and then take care of business tomorrow against St. Francis and against the Mount again in Loretto, Pennsylvania. Mount Lyle in a couple hours has a date with Bucknell here. And tomorrow, contests at St. Francis against the Red Flash and the Wolverines in Michigan. Trying to lob it ahead, but over the post. Full throw coming for Brown. For Jackson, pardon. From Cap 1A. Caleb Barone, junior out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Barone to the 5. Back to Barone. 15 on the shot clock. Lisa Diacono is standing on the sidelines hollering to her troops. Justin Venk is the assistant coach for the Mount. And 31 goals, not even 3 full quarters yet on the day. 7 full quarters yet today. It's still showing that you have what it takes. Picked off by Barone in its own territory. Wolverines dribbling left to right and white. And Barone is now dribbling off close to the near side corner. 20 on the shot clock. Third quarter winding down here in Lewisburg. Change of season means same routine from Michigan. And there's another one. This time, Aaron Neustrom, her believes second, and the Wolverines keep on piling the points. So Alyssa Diacono wants her troops to set up around 5 meters, which is, if you see on the sideline, the yellow color marking. The white is 6 meters. Goalies are allowed to cross the half-distance line, so if Williams wants, she could, but Michigan's defense is lethal. Power play unit entered today, only allowing goals on 9% of 6-on-5s. It's Bucknell, the Bison, either 1 of 8 or 1 of 9 on the power play against the Wolverines. That's why Michigan won 16-5. Michigan still in control. And another one goes past Williams. Boy, how about Layla Sarula? 19. That's her third, it is believed. Freshman out of Lafayette, California. And more players will make entrances, including number 17, Sophie Tavani. Louis Elsengeist makes a return. Looks like Emily Rittner is back. Really? The Mountaineers do not have a deep bench. I believe the roster has 8 field players and Rebecca Williams as the keeper. Now it's tough being a first-year program. You're limited on your recruiting options, but as you progress, you'll get rid of those growing pains and maybe you'll start figuring things out better. Right now, the Mount's learning that Michigan is no easy task, that's for sure. 15 on the shot clock here toward the late stages of the third. 8 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third for Michigan. 1-0 and 0 for the Mount. Michigan will be on the 6-on-5 here. Be at the point now. And another one is cashed in. Emily Byrne, the grad from Orinda, California, it appears, number 4. 18-1 now. Mount has given up an average 18.14 goals per game. Has surrendered 20 or more free times. Those were games against Salem, Virginia Military Institute, and Villanova 2 weekends ago. Offsides the call. Mount could not be decisive. Shot clock should be unplugged. If not, momentarily. So shot clock's at 22. Michigan heading left to right in white. Down to the left flat. Backpedaling to Taffy Rogers. And 10 the shot clock back to Rogers. Rogers. That's Rittner. Oh, nice feed inside to Alcem-Geist. That is believed to be Libby Alcem-Geist's fourth. It is now 19-1. Season high in goals for Michigan. 11 straight games for the Wolverines in conference play with double figures. Looking for its first 20-plus goal output since April of 2019, and 21-2 win over Brown. In a game that was non-exhibition. It was 13-0 at halftime, 13-1 at halftime, pardon. 8-1 after 1. That will do it for the third quarter of play. Second straight quarter, the Mount couldn't find the back of the net. Michigan keeps it going with a 6-0 third quarter run, with tallies by Byrne, Neustrom, Alcem-Geist, Walker, Zarula, and O'Reilly. 19-1. Michigan trying to improve the 2-0 in CWPA Division I in the 2021 season.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo. Do you want to improve your game? Everyone should have a Cap 7 ball to improve their ball handling skills. If you really want to improve your game, you've got to have a couple water polo balls in your house. Everywhere I go, I'm kicking around the ball, spinning it in my fingers, playing with it, kicking it. It's a lot of fun. Get one and take your ball handling skills to a new level.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weigo with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
The CWPA has a podcast, PoloCast. We take a deep dive into some of the most prominent people of water polo. We talk about the sport and about their lives, who they are, and how they got there. With host George Gross Jr., new episodes are scheduled to be released twice a month. Be sure to check out PoloCast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. It's been all Michigan in this one. Wolverines try and improve to 11-4 on the season, 2-0 in CWPA Division I, Mount 0-7 so far, 0-0 in conference play, first conference game of the season. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Scott Weiss, and thank you to Bucknell's Doug Bergson for manning the camera. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to our director of multimedia, Justin Seipert, to our athletes, the coaches, and to you for allowing us to do this. It's great to share this experience on the first day of spring. Michigan in its final game of the day. We'll have two more games tomorrow at St. Francis, Pennsylvania, and Loretto. We'll take on the Mount again, and also St. Francis. Mount St. Mary's will have its next game, if the circumstances permit, in a couple of hours, 6 p.m. Eastern today, against number 23 Bucknell. Bison will try to bounce back from the 16-5 defeat at the hands of Michigan earlier today. Igor Mernenko will be ready to drop the ball for the fourth quarter sprint. Michigan in white heading left to right. Mount St. Mary's in dark, right to left. Here comes Sammy Monroe. Ella Abbott. Cut to Atasi. And it's blocked in the field by the whole guard. That being Emily Van Kerkhove, reigning CWPA Division I Rookie of the Week. Becky Williams. Second and third quarters, Mount really couldn't get a shot off. Because of the pressure by Michigan, which gets another steal here. Michigan, after 11 straight games against ranked opponents, playing its first contest against an unranked foe since, I believe, February 21st, when St. Francis at the Michigan Invitational wasn't ranked at the time. The Wolverines won 13-2. That was at Canham Natatorium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And the Mount will have a lot of work to do if it wishes to get its first win in program history. Bucknell is a tough team. At 16-5, you would have expected more from the Bison, especially after putting up 30 in 2 games against LaSalle last weekend. Michigan held Bucknell's all-time leading goal scorer, Ali Ferrano, to 1 goal earlier today. Now Michigan with 10 on the shot clock, setting up inside off the post. Does not get past the plane. Williams, keen eye. Williams will come up with it. The CWPA scoreboard, Cal Baptist leaves Fresno Pacific 11-8 in the third quarter. Michigan comes up with loose change again. Pass to Atasi. Inside. Williams on guard. Listen to Iacono yelling instructions to the Mountaineers. Shot clock at 14. Michigan does not need to take another shot. Under 5 minutes left in this one. It was bobbled. That would have been a shot clock violation. It was blocked and taken away by Mackenzie Zank, the freshman out of Salinas, California, number 5 in dark for Mount St. Mary's. Mount with 1 in the first, none in the second, none in the third, none in the fourth. Michigan 8-5-6-0 in the fourth. Madison Shizabuski. Shizabuski now. Lily Poulin. Up top, and that's a shot clock violation for the Mount. Fresh 35 for Sophie Jackson and Wolverines. This Wolverine team has played top 5 competition a couple times this year. Went 1-3 against programs at the time had been ranked 5th or better. 1-1 was against then number 4 Arizona State, 12-10 on February 26th in Tempe. No whistle. A take on defense by Emily Van Kerkhove. All the field players for the Mount are listed as freshmen. Now, Mount St. Mary's has already played St. Francis at a Villanova tournament a couple weekends ago, lost 17-7, so tomorrow when the Mount will take on the Red Flash, we would have a better idea of how to improve. I think we're going to have a timeout for Michigan. Substitutions will be made. And at this point, why not? Don't have to burn out everyone. It's Emily Byrne coming back in. Now we'll make a substitution. There's number 7, Lauren Thomas, the freshman out of Simi Valley. Michigan, I think, also wanted to allow Mount St. Mary's to make a change. Wolverines looking for goal number 20. Haven't gotten to 20 goals in a non-exhibition in nearly 2 years. Tassie. Back up top, set for the hole, right into the fingertips of Rebecca Williams. She is really breathing hard right now. She's really been busy at the cage. It's not easy being the lone keeper of a roster. But she has definitely played hard. Mount going right to left and dark toward the end of regulation. Oh, that would have been a shot clock violation anyway. We'll throw for Jackson. So, at this point, Michigan would improve to 11-4 in the season when it's 4th in a row. 2-0 in CWPA Division 1. Mount St. Mary's would be 0-8. Drop to 0-1 in the conference. Michigan now playing the passing game. We'll set up inside. Fires. There's 20. That's Elise Walker getting perhaps her second. And Michigan putting up 20 for the first time since a 21-2 win over the Brown Bears on April 6, 2019. That was believed to be in Boston, Massachusetts. It's the 4th time this season the Mount has allowed 20 or more. Most goals it's allowed this season had been a 21-4 loss at Villanova on March 7th. Villanova is in the MAAC for water polo. Stopped by Jackson. Jackson will glance at the bench, glance at the clock, look for her outlet options. It appears there have been at least 10 different goal scorers for Michigan. An all balanced effort for the Wolverines, ranked number 7 in the nation. And how about that? Another score. From long range this time, Ella Abbott. Will it be now maybe the 11th different goal scorer? Michigan's had a lot of different goal scorers in this game. And when you get a lot on the board, that's a good sign. Just one goal for Mount St. Mary's and Louisa Cotter. Michigan has been really daunting in second halves this season. An 10-3 win at Indiana March 14th. The Wolverines did not allow a goal in the second half. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. Michigan wire to wire in this one. Jumped out to an 8-1 lead, led 13-1 to half. Got a couple more goals in the fourth. Proved to be too much for Mount St. Mary's. And the final score here in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Number 7, Michigan Wolverines in white, 21. Mount St. Mary's in dark, 1. 11 different goal scorers believed to have found the net for Michigan. Libby Olsen-Geist believed to have 4. And Rankin had 3. Salula might have also had 3. Maddie O'Reilly, Sophie Tavani had solo tallies. Elise Walker might have had a couple. Ella Abbott had 1. Emily Whitmer had 1. Erin Oystrom had a couple. Emily Byrne might have also gotten on the board. Alex Brown and Sophie Jackson did a great job keeping them out off the board. Rebecca Williams, give her credit, faced a ton of shots. The Wolverines proved to be too much. Thank you for tuning in to CWPA Network's free remote broadcast, courtesy of Cap 7 and the Collegiate Water Polo Association. Next game up is scheduled for today, Saturday, March 20th, 2021, at around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, featuring the host, number 23 Bucknell Bison, and the Mount St. Mary's University Mountaineers. Don't forget to stay tuned and check us out on collegiatewaterpolo.org to stay up to date on league news, schedules, and new initiatives as we continue to grow the sport of water polo. And the final score in game number 2 of 3, number 7 Michigan in white, 21. Mount St. Mary's in dark, 1. Thanks to our camera operator, Doug Birdsong, Director of Multimedia, Justin Seipert. CWPA Commissioner is Dan Sheridan. Ed Haas, the Director of Communication. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We have one more game on tap in CWPA Division 1 for today. We'll be in about 2 hours' time. Now in a couple hours, number 23 Bucknell would take on Mount St. Mary's. So rest up, and we look forward to seeing you in a few hours.